Hello, and welcome back to another round of First to Worst. I'll be your host, Dragon on your shirt, and here in the commentator booth we have Hoyt.
Hello!
Alright, and here helping us with moderation we have Mr. King.
Hello.
And today we are going to be running Penguin versus Pyromaniac!
Hey, what's going on?
Whoa.
Alright, gentlemen, when you're ready, go ahead and eat your hot dogs and start rolling them gats.
All right.
Uplink successful.
Let's see what we got.
Nope. I forget what the name of this revolver is. STX 357.
Yeah.
We'll go with another one. Rerolling.
Alright, so that's one for Penguin.
Yep.
Pyro.
Ooh.
I think I'll stick with this. I got the Desert Eagle L5 357.
Alright.
You heard me, right?
Yeah, we heard you.
Seiko, I'm gonna reroll again.
Alright,
Okay.
2 for Penguin.
Uplink successful. Target system detected.
1911 tactical. You know, do it again. Hopefully.
Alright, and
Don't
that
fail
is
me.
3.
Wow.
So what you got is what you got.
Target system
Okay, S23.
take it.
That's not terrible.
Yeah.
Does a good job on the refractor, at least.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Well, gentlemen, do we have any final words before we send you off?
Nope, I'm good.
Alrighty, well, you guys...
Nothing comes to mind.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, when you guys are ready, go ahead and just shove off then.
3, 2, 1, go.
See ya.
Now they have been both muted and deafened, and I'm going to do some quick volume regulation in the meantime. Wait, how do we feel about these rolls here?
You know, I really like the 357 Deagle. It's my favorite of the Deagles to get. It's got more capacity, it's more handleable, it still pops heads just as good as the 50 AE. But Papa Penguin here with the KS23. Now, it's not something that I would use inside the holds if I could help it. But if you carry that thing through the entire game, all the way up to the refractive, it does guarantee a one hit on the refractive. Ooh,
And
getting
speaking of
a
which,
second Russian shotgun, this one considerably worse,
man,
with no redeeming qualities to it.
Papa Penguin over here sticking with a theme.
Yeah, that's well, I guess out of the two of those I would be running the KS23 and just dealing with it.
I think the only thing the TOS has over the KS23 is it's mag fed, so you can get some quicker reloads, but it being bolt action, I don't know if it's that much faster.
Yeah, it's bolt and mag, so you kind of have to juggle both. We did see Pyro get into a little tussle with a Sosig, which means he has definitely failed his alert. Now, Papa Penguin could have failed his alert, but it's so hard to see whether you do or not that I'm just not sure.
All right, both of our contestants now in their first hold here. Time to see how they do.
Crossover is, I think, a comfy first hold, to be honest. Everything's kind of there. You can really use your ears to figure out where they're coming from.
You know, you could say, with the fact that they're both in the same hold at the same time, Pyro and Papa Penguin are in a crossover.
Looks like Papa Penguin is going for the Sosa gun to get at least some of these.
Yeah, the 180 Sosa gun just being a that I didn't realize it had that high a recoil.
Fucked around with.
But
Now-
either way,
which of them got the better of that hole? Both went hitless. Both cleared it pretty quick.
I might. So who kept their stealth bonus? Because that might be what gives them the advantage here.
I know Pyro definitely failed his. I'm not sure about Papa Penguin. I know he was like he went into substation like John Rambo, so he might have failed it there. But it's so hard to see those exclamation marks pop up on the Sosig, and usually it only lasts for like a quarter of a second before their head explodes anyway.
They did lose their stealth bonus.
Okay. So, I
It's up
kind
in
of
the
want to
air.
give the first. Yeah, I
I'm
can't
gonna
say.
throw that one up in the air. I would have to say they're tied.
Do you throw your hands up in the air sometimes, saying "Ayo"?
I throw my hands up in the air like I just don't care.
He's doing it, folks. I can see him right now. I can see his hands up.
Hoyt's in my walls. He lives there now.
Ooh, Papa Penguin rolling an SMG and getting the
Damn,
MP7.
That's a solid SMG roll.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
It's
believe-
definitely one of the ones you want.
I believe that round is naturally armor piercing, so it'll be able to punch through some of the tougher...
No, it's a fast round, so it goes through armor a little bit better, but it's not going to punch through like the face plates of the Breacher boys.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, if it could punch through, like, the gas masks and stuff, which some handgun rounds do struggle with, I'd say that's something.
Yeah, it's probably when I roll an SMG, I never do, but if I were to roll an SMG, the ones I'm looking for are the MP7, the P90, and the CBJMS. But the MP7 really makes it so that, I think it can be as good as a semi-auto shotgun.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of, we have Papa Penguin now in their second hold, locking it down in substation. Hardens are up. He's got 3 already, got 2, and damn,
That was a great clear.
He took those things out faster than I can count. I mean, that's a low bar, but
And he didn't need the shotgun at all. His hits were hitting just fine, even without having the pellet count to kind of cheese the slots.
It's like the SMG is like a shotgun for skilled people.
Yeah, everybody that buys shotguns, get good. Just roll an MP7.
Well, I was saying SMGs in general, but either way, Pyromaniac is now stepping into it. And speaking of shotguns, he's rolling the 1014, and just like that, Papa
Another
Penguin
great
has
clear
stepped
from Papa
out
Penguin.
of their hold here.
Override tokens found. Advanced
A good clear from Pyro there, not having to chase behind any of the substation towers. Getting lucky with his encryptions.
Now this is a good lineup right here.
Fucking stick drift.
Definitely a good lineup.
Yeah,
on the
it
swarm
goes to show.
encryptions.
I did notice that that semi-auto shotgun is definitely helping him out. He's, despite my earlier comments, though, the semi-tube shotguns really are quite the clutch. If you got one of those, you're a shoo-in to take out these encryptions. Yep, just like that, and he's only got the one more. I'd say that's pretty comparable to Pop Penguin speed here.
Yeah, if I had to guess who got the better of it, I think Papa Penguin might have gotten just a tiniest edge on speed, but it's so close. It's either of their games so far.
In the
Now,
meantime,
yeah, look at the buys from Papa Penguin coming out. He bought a red dot and a silencer for his MP7. He is really Gucciing this thing
yeah,
up.
that is the Gucciest gun. I think that's one of the Gucciest guns I've seen this whole first to worst tournament.
Now, if I were a guessing man, I would not expect Papa Penguin to buy an AR with a SMG this good. You're not guaranteed to
what?
get a better AR than this SMG.
I'm willing to bet he's going to get a mag-fed shotgun.
You think he's gonna go mag-fed shotgun?
I think he's
That
going to go
might be the case. We might see a mag-fed shotgun. He's
more like
in exactly the
mad
position that
fed
you'd want to
shotgun.
be in to see one. Although with the
Ooh,
KS-23, he's
Papa
already
Penguin taking
definitely
a few
got...
shots here.
Ooh, he did take
Yeah,
a shot.
He did take some shots. The KS-23 is good against refractive, but I've noticed it struggles with a lot of the other encryption.
Yeah, it's not
So-
going to help him out on the orthogonal. We're seeing double MP7s. Are you joking me? What
I
is
swear
this?
there's some weird seeding going on with time. That I can't confirm. This
And
always
Papa
seems to
Penguin
happen.
working on his swarms here. He just cruising around, kicking ass. Where's the swarm?
Been in a circle. Oh, jumping at
having
a
a jump
Sosig
down for it,
while
and there it is.
reloading.
Getting the last and final swarm. Papa Penguin having to take a couple shots here.
Yeah, it was only the one hit, I believe.
Yeah, so Pyro definitely has a chance to catch up and take the advantage here.
Ooh, taking a second hit. That one's not going to hurt his score as bad as the first hit of the hold phase, but it's another 10,000 points.
I think someone explained it. I don't know. I've been hearing conflicting things where if you get hit once in your hold, that score is gone. So,
Well, so you get 1,000 points for each hold phase that you go hitless on, and you get an additional 1,000 points if you go the entire phase hitless. So effectively, the first time you get shot, you're losing 20,000
his
points,
recursives
and
are
then
up, and he's already got the one.
the next time that you get shot for another phase, you're only losing 1,000
Oh,
if it's
that
in
was-
the same hold.
Oh, he just got both of them. Damn, that was
Yeah, that was a very
quick
good, fast
recursive.
clear.
He got lucky on that recursive, but in the meantime, it is Pyro's turn to step into their third hold.
Running
Also,
up.
getting an MP7. It's not quite as Gucci'd out, but the fact that we're seeing double MP7s, like you mentioned earlier, is kind of crazy.
It is crazy, and he will have that shotgun as a backup to retreat to. Whereas Papa Penguin, his backup being that KS-23, a lot less desirable as something to swap to, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's definitely going to make the difference against the refractive, but he's been making good pace with just this bog standard MP7. Well, I can't say bog standard. He's got.
I think it's so nice.
Oh yeah.
It's a good gun. Meanwhile, Pyro, his hardens are up, but he's struggling to get an angle to clear them all.
Yeah, that's-
Going for some reloads under cover. Going back to the shotgun.
And
He's still got more.
yep, stepping
I'm
down.
not
into
sure
it
where
so
they
he
could
can
be.
hunt- just hunting
Still
those
more.
hardens down.
On the other side of the
And there it
staircase.
goes.
Ooh. That was quite the hold. I believe he was able to make it through hitless, but suffered a pretty large time penalty
Yeah.
in
Well,
order to maneuver around the hold.
If that's the case, if he can make it through this hit list, then he might just have the edge, whether it's whether he gets out of it fast or not. So
Poor Papa Penguin rolling his third bullet boost upgrade.
We'll definitely have to see what Papa Penguin gets out of this later. But in the meantime, Pyro is in. His swarms are up. He's got 2 down already.
Getting a couple good shots on target there.
Switching to the MP7 to cut down on Sosigs.
Did he take a hit there, or was that just like a flash of the muzzle?
I
Nope,
think
they
it
are
was a
hitless
muzzle
still.
Flash,
Yeah.
but the swarms are down, and in the meantime, Papa Penguin has stepped into their 4th hold. Papa Penguin just absolutely blazing right through this.
Yeah, yep.
Stealths are up for Papa Penguin. He's already got 3, 4, 5, and
5 over the right.
1 more across the room, and I bet the last one's right under the floor.
Yep, where is it? I thought it would be under him there.
Somewhere
It's
inconvenient. Yep,
Ah,
right
there it
right
is.
underneath that balcony.
leaving a lot of time on the table for Pyro to pick up in that instance. Ooh, Pyro getting a hit.
Pyro.
Waiting for his refractive to pop, or his recursives to pop up. Sorry.
There's so many rees.
Yeah.
So many
it
re
just
and
makes
cursive
you
names.
wanna
Yep,
say
there they are.
re.
All right, he's shooting at it through the slit there. He's got 1 down.
Now, as much as I've been saying
And
that the
there it
MP7 is
goes.
awesome,
Silent
its
losing
iron
hits.
sights are not great.
Well, if you flip them up, you kind of get the weird aperture sights, but if you keep them
Yeah.
down, they're not bad. But either way, Pyro has stepped out of his 3rd hold, and Penguin is working on his polymorph. Packing
He's
away
right up
those
on that
blemishes.
polymorph. This is where I want to be when that polymorph spawns. Perfect.
That
Great
was-
clear.
That was a solid clear on that polymorph.
Nice and fast.
Definitely feels like Penguin over here got himself a lead.
Maybe. He did get hit one more phase than Pyro has been hit over the course of his run. And he is going to have to clear this regenerative just with the MP7. I don't think he's going to go to the KS-23. It does have 40-round mags, which is... I don't know. I guess you'd probably have to go for at least one reload in the middle of taking it out, right?
Definitely. I've seen people take out the regen with the 45 rounds on some of the ARs, so he can definitely pull it off. Yep, he's just 3D printing at it.
That's 3 mags.
And just...
4 mags. He's got a little bit left.
Yeah, and there it
Okay.
goes!
Unfortunately, taking a hit there at the very end.
Penguin getting
because
done
his,
with his 4th
his
hold
bolt
here.
release wasn't triggered.
Ooh, nice execution on Pyro here. Just, that was... Damn!
Brutal.
Fucking calm down, Saddam Hussein.
Man slapped him. The Sosa jumped in pain, fell on the ground, realized there was still ammo, and was faster to pull out the pistol.
Yep, exactly.
Hilarious.
Bro hit him like it was the intro to COD 4. Freaking right.
Alright.
Alright, and now...
Both players in their shops.
So, Hoyt.
Yeah.
Wow. I guess that Sosa got sent into the void.
Now, if
Yo,
I am
someone-
Papa Pig...
Someone
yeah,
needs to
go.
clip that, though. Someone needs to clip that, and we need to get our highlight editors to add the Wilhelm scream for that. Wait, can we get your best Wilhelm scream?
Ah!
Thank you, Hoyt.
How is that? How is that, chat? I don't know if they're still higher. I don't know if they're still hiring for Wilhelm. Ooh, we're seeing Papa Penguin go for was that the 10-point BR roll, throwing everything away.
Wow. And
Getting
a
a
foregrip
foregrip. And then
power-ups.
a shield dog.
This
Yeah.
is interesting. Did he get rid of the KS-23?
I think he did, even though it would have given him a one-shot clear on that final refractive.
Interesting, bold strategy here, Cotton. Let's see how it
Look,
pays off.
sometimes you just have one rifle, and one rifle is enough.
One rifle in a dream. A dream to rid this institution of all its meaty tyranny. All right, both of our contestants now in their respective holds. Papa Penguin in his last and final hold in rods.
Pyro definitely got the better of the stealth clears there, saving significant time.
Wait, why is this hold called rods? I don't get it. Anyway,
I'll draw you a picture after the stream.
Anyway, cascading is up for Papa Penguin here. He's already got it down to the cheesy bits. Got just one more, and there it goes. Using a bullet boost on the cascading. Interesting.
Down.
Looks like
And
Pyro has positioned himself right under the polymorphic here.
All right, tacking away
One
at
more.
those blemishes. Just got
One more, getting an
more,
unfortunate
and there it
ricochet there, I
goes.
think.
Advancing to next system.
Not bad.
Analyzing system.
I'm loving the way Papa Penguin's holding these rods. Just spinning forever. Just
He's been
Check a
right
door,
round,
shoot a door,
baby,
check a
right
door,
round
shoot a
when you
door.
Go down.
all right, popping the shield to give himself enough time to clear this orthogonal. It's being pretty nice for him so
A
far.
little bit, yeah.
But he's choosing to clear some Sosigs even though he's got his shield going here.
I guess he just wanted the extra kill score while the orthogonal's being a little temperamental.
Maybe. You also,
Running
just
away
in
from
case
him,
it's
and
super
he's
mean.
got it. All right.
Sometimes you
Now
have to
the
think
regen-
about what if my shield dog runs out.
Shield works. I don't
Regen
know
is
if
up
it counts
for
as a
Pyro, and he's currently 3D printing at it. He's only got a few more, and there it goes. Pyro now done with his fourth hold, and we'll get to see him in rods later.
Did Pyro go hitless on that one?
And take it.
Looks like Papa Penguin just waiting for his refractive to spawn. Has 2 bullet boosts left.
I can't wait to see how he handles the refractive, not having a shotgun.
I mean, he's just gonna have to shoot it. I think it's gonna die in like 3 hits
Here we
with
are.
308. Oh, taking
He
a
might-
hit there.
He
Unfortunate.
might steal one of the shotguns from the Breacher Boys.
That's true. We've seen that strategy once before, at least,
Nope.
I've
in this tournament.
I've seen it a few dozen times. It's a
A
solid
few
strat.
dozen.
Yeah. And
All right,
he's
getting
already
2 quick
got-
hits.
Yep, 2.
3.
Killing some Sosigs
behind
right
him.
quick. And there it goes. 4.
Almost through.
4 shots, taking out that refractive for Papa Penguin, getting a
I
121.
don't think.
Not
8,450.
bad. Not bad.
Okay, the score is in. I got it. And we're just waiting. Pyro looks like he's stepping into his hold here,
Is
picking
he,
up a grenade.
Is he in it?
He hasn't hit the orb yet, but he's got a new orb of his own. Oh, to the pit with ye. Goodbye, Sosig.
That was my best. That was my best Wilhelm scream.
Honestly, I hope they hire you for the next Wilhelm.
I hope they don't.
You'd make a great Wilhelm. Don't sell yourself short, Dragon.
I will. It's reverse psychology.
Oh yeah, that's
if
a
I-
good
if I
idea.
if I tell myself I'm never good enough, I'll strive to be better.
Yeah.
That's totally a healthy thought process.
Never
right?
overpromise.
You know, it's like my dad always used to tell me, it's never good enough. Do better. Do better, stupid.
Overhead token found.
All right, we've got the final buy here for Pyro. Looks like he's going to fish for that infinite ammo that he's missing. Gets it. He now has the Holy Quaternary, the power-up Pyr0. I need a third thing to say after those two, but it looks like he's going to be quite set going into this final hold. I'd be happy with the guns that he has.
Dogs?
A bouquet of power.
The sausage bouquet?
Ooh, suppressor. All right.
A suppressor for the final purchase.
Yeah, it's
There we
muscle
go. We
velocity.
got ourselves a little mirroring here. Both of our competitors gooching out their MP7, but Pyro is sticking with his till the end.
Oh, he does have white tips. I'm like, I might have gone for some ammo, but I'm seeing some white tips there in the pouch. So he's already set on special ammunition. Just chamber checking there. That's good. That's a safe move there.
All right, and there it goes. Now he's in it. He's in it to win it, ready to kill and grill, chill, and give us some thrills.
It looks like he's holding the safety pillar here. There are a couple pillars that you can stand
Safety
behind
pill?
if you want to take a more turret approach to this hold.
Are we safe pilled in cringe, Hoyt?
I never am, but maybe you are. All right, he's working on that. Sorry, that was mean. That was mean.
The cascading's
the
up, and he's
popcorn.
already got it down to the cheesy bits. Ooh, having a tactical malfunction here with the MP7
Yep.
a little bit.
He's back
Got
on the
like
encryption
one,
though, and there it
is.
goes.
Not bad.
Looks like he did not get hit during that kerfuffle.
Luckily, that MP7 did not like the cascading one bit.
Yeah,
Cascading popped back
it
quite a
looked
bit.
like it took quite a few shots to be able to pop its initial form. That is one of the problems with the smaller bullets of the PDWs.
I did see Penguin use the bullet boost on the cascading, and I guess the cascading has the it's got refractive syndrome where you gotta hit it hard, at least for the first stage.
All right,
Preparing for the refractor. There it is.
Orthogonal is up and it's running away on him, but Pyro came
he is just
prepared.
hammering away.
He came
He's going to make up
prepared.
a lot of time here, probably.
And there it
Yeah.
goes.
I think that was
Pyro
significantly
coming
faster than
prepared
Papa Penguin.
with the orthogonal's favorite colors, green and yellow.
Analyzing system.
I assume orthogonal likes green and yellow hot dogs.
No, the
Yeah,
Orthogonal
probably.
would like the worst hot dogs known to man that no one likes, but they like. Let's be real here. It is a bean of pure anger and malice. That is what the Orthag is.
The orthogonal is a fickle mistress. Sometimes she'll play nice, other times she is a mean harlot.
Dragon feels that way because he said, "Do you love me?" Checkbox yes, checkbox no, and put it in the orthogonal's locker and still hasn't heard back.
Yeah, didn't even get a response. It just disappeared, never to be seen again.
I got ghosted by the orthogonal.
All right, we got the Deagle out.
Ooh,
Does
no.
not
damn,
hit the
we got
one
one
hit.
shot with the akimbo strat.
Oh,
and,
Oh, hitting the shield there.
and two shots. Dang, that was actually pretty solid. Let's see what we got. Look at your score.
120. Silent not enough.
That is a
That
really
is
close
still
score, though.
that is still pretty close.
Let's
Not
pull
bad,
him in
not bad at
here.
all.
See how they did on their runs. Gentlemen, welcome back. Both of you are done with your runs. How do you feel like you did?
I felt like it did kind of meh. I wish it had not given me the shield instead of the
You know what? We'll save it for discussions. But meh.
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 Yeah, I kind of feel
Pyro.
like that could have been a fair bit better, honestly. Definitely wish I
Both
hadn't
of you
taken that
feel like
one
you
stupid hit in 3.
left some score on the table. Then we'll just rip off the band-aid here. Papa Penguin, you came in with a 1,218,450, while Pyro, you finished with a 1,201,450, which means you sadly will be eliminated, and Papa Penguin will be able to bite on through the goulash. So
Yeah,
congratulations
much.
there.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Good games,
Sorry,
man.
what did you say the score was again?
Yeah,
He got a
121.
yeah,
it was
1-2-1.
it was a
Eight.
super close
Oh,
score.
1-2-1. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's very close.
I'm gonna be
I thought you
honest
said,
with you
there was
guys.
at first I thought you said 1-1-8 or something, so yeah.
I was gonna say, to be honest, you guys had a little bit of a loadout mirroring. Both of you getting the MP7.
Yeah,
during your
yeah,
run
both of
here.
you got the MP7.
Yeah. Only difference is Pyro, you stayed faithful while Penguin dumped it for better.
Yeah, I got a hotter, younger model. Actually, not younger. That's probably a hell of a lot older. But
He got a big old gal.
I went for the cougar route.
Yeah.
God.
I'll have to watch the stream back.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think keeping with your what's called MP7 was honestly probably your downfall. That cascading did not enjoy the smaller bullets.
I don't know. I think Pyro, you actually finished with a better no-hold damage bonus.
Ooh.
Which I don't, and I feel like you got the better of the other two, the orthogonal and the refractive, but
How many times did you get shot during the run? I wanted to discuss something real quick that I think might be, I don't know if it's supposed to or not supposed to, but how many times did you get shot during the run, not including the shield sausage? I saw you use those two.
Once.
You guys
and I'm so annoyed about
Okay.
that.
Okay, yeah, I got shot more than you though. I don't know if it's 100% correct, but I think maybe the shield doesn't actually
no,
take away the. Does
you
it work?
You preserve your no hit damage bonus
It
if
makes
you're
sense
running
considering
shield.
there's no damage, so
Yeah.
Alright.
not getting shot. So
You can still lose it if you're running ghost though.
I've
I
had that
see.
happen
Yeah, they
a few
can still
times
shoot
running
you, but they
before.
can't see you. So.
Yep,
Mhm.
I see the
I've gotten
folly.
shot. Anyway,
What's it called? Pyro, what killed your score was your no alert bonus during the take phases.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's been my little
I
secret this
definitely got
entire time. You got to use cans.
Mhm.
Use a suppressor.
Yep,
that
take
and
no
also
alert
just-
bonus.
I really need
Yep.
to be more careful about pushing into lobby. There's a way to do it stealthily, but I was being impatient.
It's hard to get
Yeah.
into a lot of these rooms stealthily, especially hub.
Oh yeah.
Hub is so hard to get into.
Yeah, there's. I think.
What do you
I
mean?
think
You
what
don't
makes
just
it.
teleport in from a different, what's it called, train station and just Rambo it?
I don't
actually-
think that'll.
I think I've literally back when in the free for all where hold 4 was in void.
Mhm.
I actually would just. I think I managed to successfully no alert it once. Literally just coming straight from hub. You spawn with an enemy. Like 9 times out of 10, there's an enemy staring at you like that far away. You just have to shoot him before he can do anything,
Yep.
and then immediately get to cover. Anyway, any
in case-
questions from the chat?
Yeah, how's chat doing? How you doing today?
Yeah.
Welcome to a new day of runs. We got a few coming up later.
Yep. Who's next? Who's
Next
up
up
on the
is
block?
going to be, let's see here.
Fury versus
Killian.
Dino Freak.
Yep, Killian Dino Freak. They'll be up next in a few hours.
45 minutes. They'll be up in 45 minutes.
Yep. It's called no.
Oh, I didn't even.
No. What's it called Gnome? I'm just gonna call you Gnome. Knock. Okay. Yeah,
Knock.
Knock saying they're scared for their run. Don't be. Don't be. Seed 8 is a mistress of evil. It's not a nice seed to be running. But It's a very
Speaking
fun
of seeds, I'm gonna be honest. I thought we were doing hold 1, so I didn't practice this seed at all.
I saw you change
You know, rub
from
salt in
seed
the
one.
wound.
Yeah, I was like, oh, wonderful. This wasn't because in the form I applied on it said it'd be seed 1. So I was like, all right, cool. We'll just do
Oh,
that.
father.
I was
And so that's what I did. And then upon hearing somebody else in the chat say, all right, make sure on seed 8, and I'm like,
Yeah, no, C1 C1 was last week. That was what's it called?
I
gave them
figured
the
it was just like,
hardest.
yeah, I figured it was just random rolls or something, just like a series of numbers. It rolls it randomly, just like here. This is what you got.
Nope,
this time.
hand
King
curated.
architected. Yeah, this whole thing is King's baby.
Yep, hand curated, and next seed is going to be quite fun. Which today's Wednesday, we can't announce. We will announce it tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow. That's going to be winners next. That are getting announced. It is one of my personal favorites. But yeah, in any case, Pyro, I'm sorry to say, but you're out. How do you feel, bud?
It's alright. I figured that this was kind of inevitable. Honestly, I figured this would happen. Plus,
Well,
now
there is only one winner.
Yeah, if nothing else, now I'm at least free to work on other things than practicing for this. Plus, at least I was able to go out with a decent competition. I didn't want this one to go like my last one, where I just completely fumbled everything and then fumbled a few more things on top of that. So, at least it was, a decent run.
All right,
Give it your all. Fell apart. Papa.
Nom's asking, guys, how do you feel? Okay, so Pyro, you did roll a semi-auto shotgun, but both of you really leaning into the SMG rolls this time. We haven't seen many SMG rolls. What's the deal with that? Papa, you go first.
All right, so mine's a little more specific. I usually like to do a little bit of research on the run that I'm gonna do before I, actually get to game day. Problem is, I thought it was seed 1, so I usually buy an SMG around round 1 or 2 for seed 1 because I like to have the additional range. Problem is, I didn't know what the fuck was next, so I was like, you know what? We'll just stick with the pass loadout. What, the SMG? I mean, well, it was better than the 2 shotguns I had, but
That's true.
What do you mean? The KS-23 is great.
It's
Yeah,
good
I'm
at taking holds. That might have been decent on the actual.
I'm surprised
the
the refractive.
Yeah, that would have been good on that.
Sold it.
Yeah, because Shrapnel 25, Bullet Boost, KS-23, one shots the refractive.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay, I'm gonna keep that in mind if I get it again. But I just
we just unleashed a monster. Now he's gonna one tap it every time.
Yep, that's exactly what's gonna happen. Honestly, I wish we could get anti-material rifles. I would just rock one of those with a can.
You can use anti-mats.
The 3-point bolt action at the end, it's not as effective as you'd think unless you get the NTW, but yeah, that 3-point bolt action roll at the very end is an AMR.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, it's going to be like the BFG 50 or the AR 50.
And
I think I'd rather risk it on the shotgun. Yeah. But yeah.
Pyro, you already had the semi-auto shotgun, but you rolled the SMG for hold 3. What was your reasoning behind that?
Yeah, it's not what I'd normally do, because normally I just stick with the semi-auto shotgun through hold 2 and go for like an 8-point AR. But, well, the reason for that, I'm looking at it right now. This stupid room, trying to do this with a shotgun alone is actual torture. Yeah. Most of the enemies you're fighting, especially since you're going to be shooting down at enemies most of the time, you're getting helmets and oblique angles into gas-matched faces, so number 4 Buck does absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
So basically, it was either that or go with a 6-point AR and try to keep that longer, but there are a lot more bad things you can get out of a 6-point AR roll. Like, you can get lots of stuff with 10-round mags, you can get just stuff that's unpleasant to use.
Semi-autos, shit, yeah.
There are literally there's one terrible gun and one not great gun you can get out of a 3-point SMG roll, and everything else is pretty solid. You saw me, like, pleading as I was about to do the roll, let it not be the M11-9, and preferably not be the AEK 919K, because the M11-9 has no stock, and the 919K, it's but the problem is, Anton, my kingdom for 9x18 armor-piercing ammo. It exists in real life, just please. Without that, because it doesn't do great damage to begin with, so you're just like, you're firing airsoft pellets at some of the heavier guys, basically.
Yeah.
And then, of course, no larger mags, not a lot of rail space, so it just lacks growth potential.
Yeah. Well, the difference one whole position, actually no, two whole position makes, because what's called hold 5 hub is rough, but I feel hold 3 hub is even worse.
Oh yeah,
There's
hold
a
5
lot
hub
of
is
hiding.
easier, I'd say, because
Yeah.
you don't have to run around all over the place and expose yourself to the 9.4 quadrillion sight lines in this room.
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah.
Like you saw me in my one run I did here previously, I was blocking off some of the barriers, but you can't really do that when you have to run around an all over Hell's Half Acre just to see where all the encryptions are.
Yep.
When you got one spot to focus on, you can at least play defensively.
That's the folly of hub. All right. I do believe we are pretty much wrapped up.
Yep.
Papa,
Okay.
your next opponent is going to be Cars.
What, the movie?
Yes, Cars 1.
Ka-chow!
What's it called? No, Cars 7376. They beat their opponent by literally like 2K.
I'm
2K
gonna
difference. So
I'm gonna talk to Cars the runner, and I'm gonna see like when he does his run if he can only talk in like Cars references.
Or see if he
That
only
sounds like a
says
copyright strike, maybe, but you know what? We'll roll it.
All right.
Uh,
Well, I guess that's it for this one. Thank you to our runners, Pyro and Penguin. Thank you to Dragon and King for hanging out with me. And thank you to the viewers for tuning in for another one. We're going to have another run in about 40 minutes with Kiri and Dino Freak. So tune in for that, and we'll see you next time. Have a nice day.
Take care, everybody.
Yeah, bye.